okay? So that's going to be your next outlet. My last guy coming in would be right to the middle here because we know we're using that part of the court, that part of the court, and here, okay? If everybody's fronted, you should have a long pass available to either one of these guys. Now, let's put it into either side. It doesn't matter. Go ahead and put it in either side. Okay, now here's what's really important, I think. And I believe this more than most coaches. When the ball goes into one side, I need somebody, and it's always going to be my opposite man furthest from the ball all the way deep. So you go to the rim. All right, he's now my dunker, okay? And the reason we do this against the press is because if you don't sit, no, all the way down, you're not listening, all the way to the rim, okay? Now why do we, all the way. Now why do we send him all the way down there? To stretch the press. If we can throw it to him, any kid you got, you're gonna be able to score right there. So he has to be guarded. So now the press is guarding a big long area and we've got somebody cleared all the way out. So once you're out, you stay all the way out. Now your job with the ball on the sideline, you're not my sideline guy. Okay, so you wanna stretch the press as far as you can here. So you're gonna get over here with your back almost to the sideline, and as the ball advances, you keep this space. Now, maybe the most important part of this, and this is what you have to work on most with your guards, is when the ball goes in right here, this guy who didn't catch it, there's probably a reason why he didn't catch it. He was probably being played. So as soon as that ball's passed, he's got to make a hard break to the middle of the floor. And anytime we can get the ball to the middle of the floor to a guard running this way, what happens with the press? It's over. We got a fast break. And I think that's really important you teach your team. Is if a team, I always say this to my team, if he comes at you, you go at him. So if a team's going to press us, we're going to run them. Okay, and that's a really important mentality. So your job is to sprint to the middle of the floor, and you can't just run through here because we still need you. Your job now is what I said in the zone defense situation. Your job is to be between the ball and the basket, right in the middle. So as the ball comes up, you're still here, your numbers are on the ball. Anytime we can get the ball here, you're going to look to turn and go, and we got a fast break because we got a guy all the way down. Now when the ball comes there, you're my next outlet, okay? And so here's the key with any press offense. The man with the ball has got to have 3 outlets, okay? Because anytime a double team comes, 2 guys were on him, you've got 1 on the sideline, 2 in the middle, and 3 who's either behind you or at the level of the ball, okay? So if we go there, go ahead and throw it there. All right, what's your job? You're sprinting, and same thing. Now you're behind, okay? You're behind, so you got 3 options: sideline, middle, and behind. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. Let's bring the ball back here. Bring it back here to where you were, okay? So you can see this is a really aggressive press attack, looking to either get the ball up the sideline or into the middle. Now your job is the same. You stay all the way down there. And that's important because guys always want to get drawn to the ball. Once you're out, you're all the way out. And the thing you'll find if you're in that spot, you're the guy who usually gets to score, all right, because you're stretching the defense all the way back. Now if the ball goes here, if it goes back to this sideline, this might not be one of my best ball handlers, but here's what's really important, okay? The guy who was the middle, anytime the ball changes, he becomes the sideline guy. So the ball's here, now you're streaking right here to the sideline, hoping to make this catch. To the sideline. If you can make it, we're turning and we're going. It's a fast break, okay? Get over there. You know, I haven't told you what to do yet, all right? And this is what I want from your job, remember, was always to be all the way on the sideline. So you're putting this defender in a dilemma right here. You've stretched this guy all the way to the sideline. What that's created is an opportunity for you now to streak middle, okay? So when you give that ball sideways, when you give that ball to the man behind you, your job is to sprint to the middle of the floor. Anytime we can get it to the middle of the floor, that's a fast break, okay? So you're looking sideline, you're looking middle. That's what you want. Your job, and this is a tough read, is to move against the flow of the defense. When those 2 guys sprint, they're taking the press with them. All right, now you're creeping back here. You're my next outlet, okay? So that's the 3rd. You got sideline, you got middle, you got deep. Now your job is to advance it at least 1 dribble, give it to one of those guys. All right, if you can't, you give it back to me. Go ahead and give it back to me. And what happens? You go from middle, sideline. If you're my passer, you're streaking middle, and your job is to be my 3rd outlet behind, okay? So anytime you can hit one of those cutters, whether it's middle or up the sideline, what do we got? Fast break, okay? And so the keys on that press break, and there's 100 different ways to do a press break, is you always have 3 outlets for whoever may be trapped. You always have a deep player, okay?
There. Our next presenter actually is a very good friend of mine because he used to coach me back when I played at Pasadena City College with George Turgeon. Now he's become a very successful women's coach, and I think it's very good that you have a perspective from the men's side and the women's side. Coach Joe Perrone from Pasadena City College.
Hey, I'm Coach Joe from Pasadena City College, and thanks for having me here today, folks. I'm going to talk a little bit about what we do in our transition, and then the main thing I'm going to talk about is building relationships with your coaches and your team. And where my guys go? My 5 guys, you guys ready? Where? Oh, they're right here, okay. You guys go ahead and jog up and down if you want. And are you guys ready to go? Okay, because this is our transition that we do after someone makes a basket on us. We average about 80 points a game, and one of the reasons is because of our transition from defense to offense. And before they get started, I'll tell you, I have usually my 5. I got this transition from Westhead when he was at Loyola Marymount. They was averaging 100-some points a game. This is like way back in the 80s. You know what I'm talking about, like before some of us were born. But I get my 5 or my 4 taking it out on the right side of the court. My 1 is free throw line extended. My 2 is across half court by now. My 3, which is my main shooter, my team, and thank God, there's Alina, she was at Glendale. The last 6 years I've had like the best 3-point shooters come from Glendale College. And we shoot a lot of threes at PCC. And we've had Malia Basavan from Glendale. We've had Anna Shahinian. And next year we have a Stella coming in here. But my 3-point shooters, they got to run the floor. And that's my 3 that's going to get to that 3-point line after 1 dribble or 2 dribbles from my point guard, and we let it go. My 3s and my 2s, they have to shoot. And I've always had some good post players who can rebound. And I tell them half of their points is going to come from just rebounding the basketball. And they know that going in, that we shoot a lot. We shoot about 70 to 90 times a game, folks. We're putting the ball up. And my rebound, I've had some of the top rebounders in the state of California over the years and across the country, just because they have a knack for rebounding, and we shoot, and they know where the ball is going to come off at. My 4 is running right down the middle to the side of the ball where the box where the side of the ball is. And my 5, if she can shoot threes, I'm the women's coach, so I got the ladies. If she can shoot a 3, she ends up at the top of the key. If not, she busts right down the paint for a layup. So let's start in the key, guys, and then we'll break out after we make this layup. And they're going to go up and down 2 or 3 times. Well, who's running the 1? Raise your hands so everybody sees who's running. This is my 1 guard, my point guard. Who's running the 2 spot? It's the 2 and my 3 right here, and these are my 4 and my 5s. Their jobs are interchangeable. So whichever one gets the ball first, they can take it out. So here we go. Let's see it. Two dribbles, we pass that basketball. We're up shooting. Everybody crashed for the rebound. We scored a layup, and we're going back the other way. This drill should take about 4.5 seconds to get the ball down the court and putting the ball up to score. And we're just constantly going. So let's pick it up. Let's go a little faster. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, and we're just up. So if I have 6 seconds in the game for halftime or by the end of the game, my team is confident we can get the ball up the court in just 4.5 seconds and get a shot off. So we're going from the 1 to the 3. 3 looks at the 4, goes cross court to the 2, inside to the 5. Sometime the 1 is covered, and we'll do that again. Once we score, we'll fake it to the 1, and we'll hit the 4, and the 4 will then hit the 1. We got to make this last one to end it. Here we go. Let's go. Make the layup. Let's go up and down the court one more time. Here we go. Game time. We got 5 seconds to go in the game, folks. Uh-oh, make the layup. We got 5 seconds to go again in this game. All right, give my guys a hand. Thank you, gentlemen. That's also a conditioning drill. And so we'll do that up and down the court with all the options. And it's a lot of options to that, folks. It's just a matter of changing that to your team. If you don't have shooters, it's okay, put the ball inside. But we like to get the ball up and down the court as fast as possible to give ourselves more opportunities, watch this, to play defense, okay? We're also one of the top 5 defensive teams in the state. So we're gonna play defense at Pasadena City College. I'm gonna shoot the ball a lot. I'm gonna get up and down the court. I'm gonna rebound. I'm gonna pound the ball in the paint to my bigs, but we are gonna play defense. Our goal is to keep you under 59 points a game, period. Limit your chances, but keep you under 59 points a game. My team knows if you score more than 59 points, man, we gotta do this drill the next day longer. 5, 10, 15 minutes of just, it actually takes about 8 months to get this ingrained in their heads to do it automatically. It's a repetition, but it takes a long time to get it ingrained in their head, so it's automatic. For my 1 to run free throw line extended, to take 2 dribbles to hit my 3, and you got to teach your 3 to run, catch, and shoot. We can go cross court to the 2, and she's got to catch and shoot. But that's one of the main things we do in our offense. That's probably about 25 to 30% of our points right there. If you make a basket on us, you better run down the court as fast as possible because we're going to get you back. And we're trying to do it within 5 or 6 seconds. Any questions on that transition? Nope? Okay, good. That means I explained it and they did a good job. Okay. On relationships, let me talk about just coaches. Surround yourself with coaches that are loyal. And that just has your back. They don't have to have the same philosophy you have, but they do need to support you. And I have some good coaches the last 15 years who supported me and everything I've done there. And I tell all my assistant coaches, I don't want you to be my assistant unless you have aspirations to be a head coach somewhere, someday. Because if you do, that means you're constantly learning. You're going to coaching clinics, you're trying to learn more about coaching and be a better coach. So if you're trying to be a better coach, then I know my staff, and that helps me be a better coach, because now we're looking good. So surround yourself with some loyal people that's going to support your vision, your philosophy, and what you have for your basketball.